Hi everyone, I'm Tanaz from foreverconscious.com and this is your weekly energy forecast for the week of October 11th. We have a lot of energy happening in the cosmic skies and I feel like that's something I'm going to be saying a lot because the next couple of months, wrapping up 2020, we do have a lot of highly charged energy in the sky. We have a lot of planetary alignment, some that we haven't seen in decades. So a lot of big energy building to this new beginning, this opening of a new portal or a new earth that comes in December. So we're really gearing up to this new beginning energy, this sort of new karmic cycle for the planet. And so we're feeling that build up as we approach December. So this week we have Mercury going retrograde. This happens on the 13th. This is the last Mercury retrograde of the year. It's also the last Mercury retrograde that we have in a water sign for a while. So Mercury retrograde in a water sign is really a time of listening to our intuition, listening to our deeper thoughts, listening to the things that maybe we have pushed away or shoved under the rug. Those skeletons in our closet can kind of come up and out, especially when Mercury, which is the planet of communication, is traveling retrograde. If you're wondering, what does retrograde mean? Basically, it's when a planet appears to be moving backwards. It's not actually moving backwards, but from our vantage point here on Earth, it looks like Mercury is moving backwards, and that's what we call a retrograde. When any planet goes retrograde, it changes its energetic expression. So Mercury being the planet of communication, it's a time to listen rather than maybe to talk. It's a time to pay attention to that inner voice rather than all the outer voices and the outer noise that we hear in the world. This Mercury retrograde is pretty significant because we also have Mars retrograde at the same time. And these two planets retrograde together, it's going to be pretty, we're going to feel their energies pretty intensely. So yes, we may see some miscommunications, we may see delays, we may see things might just feel a little foggy or confusing. While all of that is there, it's also a highly intuitive time. It's really a time where we can hear the voice of our intuition with a greater ease. So yes, while the outside world may seem a little chaotic and confusing and uncertain, our inner world is where we have been guided to focus. So keep that in mind under these retrograde energies. At the end of the week on the 16th, we have the Libra super new moon. This is the closest super new moon of the year. So super meaning the moon is close to the earth. Even though on the new moon, the night sky is dark, we are still feeling those lunar energies very, very strongly. New moons draw us inward. So a full moon lets us release and sort of draws things out. A new moon draws us inward, and because this is a super new moon, we're really going to be drawn inside, within, you know what I mean. Okay, so as this new moon, falls in Libra, we may notice on a personal level our relationships highlighted, how we're relating to other people, where we need to put ourselves first and maybe stop giving to others so much, or maybe the reverse of that. Where do we need to be more compassionate and put ourselves in other people's shoes? Where do we need to stop, listening to the voices of others and go within? I really think that's going to be a theme. On a bigger picture level, there is a lot of heightened energy around this new moon. The planets are aligning in this configuration known as a T-square. So it looks a little bit like this, and you've got planets on sort of either side of that T, and it indicates a lot of tension. It indicates stuff coming up from the shadows into the light. Something, we may get some information being revealed to us that's pretty jarring or surprising. We may notice a lot of tension in the world around us. So yes, it does feel that there's a lot of heavy energy under this new moon, but I almost feel on a sort of intuitive level when I'm looking at the planets in this configuration, I really feel like they're just preparing us. They're getting us ready. Remember, I spoke about these new beginnings, this new earth that's on the horizon, that's in bloom come December. And if you want to read more about that, I'll put a link below, the spiritual significance of December 21st, 2020. We're heading into this new beginning, and I feel like the planets are aligning and preparing us for that, and there's a lot of heightened energy around this new moon. So be gentle with yourself, and as usual, I have a ritual if you want to kind of work with these energies and try to find a way to bring yourself into balance, because remember, Libra new moon is always a good time for balancing ourselves. And then the last thing I'll talk about this week is the day after this new moon, we have the sun aligning with the star Arcturus. I love Arcturus energy. It is so beautiful. I have a post that I've written. It's a channeled message from the Arcturians. Arcturus is believed to be home to an advanced alien race. I have a channeled message that I received. I'll put a link below if you want to read that. Essentially, this is a very high vibrational energy being sent to Earth. In the channeled message that I received, we can receive beams of light and high frequency energy through the back of our heart chakra. So where our heart chakra is, but from the back. So visualize light pouring into where you would sprout your wings spot, like pouring into that part of your body. Allow yourself, visualize light streaming in through your back from this, wonderful high frequency energy that comes when the sun aligns with Arcturus. It happens around this time every year, but it's something I just realized and just found out about. So enjoy that energy. And again, if you want to read that channeled message, and I highly recommend you do, I'll put a link below. And it's great to meditate on all those messages that came through, because there is some really powerful stuff that came through. And I hope it, it was such an amazing feeling to write that article. So I hope it comes through when you're reading it. All right, that's it from me for this week. I hope you all have a wonderful week. There are big energies this week. So really be gentle with yourself. Try to, follow your inner voice of guidance. Try to connect to that place and keep centered and grounded in that place. I am Tanaz from foreverconscious.com. Thank you so much.